Recently, Elon Musk complained on X that the government's social security system is not deduplicated, saying that this enables massive fraud. A user on X mentioned SQL to him, and he answered in a very polite way that the government doesn't use SQL. That was the moment when the whole developer community turned against him with basic coding knowledge. But how does SQL work? Today I'll explain you how SQL works and why a simple parameter would solve the problem. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It is the language we use to manage databases. Imagine you have a prison in Minecraft with many cells and prisoners. SQL helps us quickly find out who is in each cell without having to check them one by one. Imagine a prison where we will put your favorite celebrities, so we will need a database for the information. Before storing prisoner information in a database, we need to create a table. Think of a table like a spreadsheet, where each row represents a prisoner, and each column holds a specific type of information about them. Let's look at this piece of code. This SQL code creates a new table called prisoner. The ID column is an integer, a number that uniquely identifies each prisoner. Since names are not always unique, there could be two people named Vladimir. We need an ID to make sure each prisoner has a distinct identifier, which ensures no two prisoners have the same ID. The name column holds the prisoner's name, stored as a text string. Since names can vary in length, we use varchar, which means the name can have up to 100 characters. If a name is shorter, it only takes up the space it needs. The crime column works the same way, storing the crime the prisoner committed. We use varchar 100 again. Finally, the cell column is an integer that indicates which cell the prisoner is in. Now we have the table made. Now we need to fill it in. To add prisoners to our database, we use insert into, as if we were putting them into their cells. Prisoners is the name of the table. Then we list the 4 columns, and after that, the values we want them to have. This way we have registered Donald Trump and Andrew Tate in the prison. To see who is in prison, we use select. This way we see all the prisoners, but if we want to find the prisoners who have committed a specific crime, we filter like this. All prisoners who have human trafficking in the crime column. If we need to modify a record in the table, such as if a prisoner is transferred to another cell, we use update prisoners set cell, the number of the cell, where name equals Donald Trump. And if a prisoner is released, we use delete from prisoners where name equals Andrew Tate. And why what I have just told you can fix that problem. So by just writing primary key in the social security number will make it impossible to have the same social security number multiple times. If you want more news about this, subscribe for more.